What's going on, guys? Says we're live. We'll see what happens. I don't usually go live on a Friday, but it's Memorial Day, and I figure, what the hell? I'm about to do some pouring, so let me bring you guys along and see what happens. Today I'm using Delft clay. I haven't used Delft clay in a very long time, and I tell you what, I've been using this for a while, and it's old, and it hasn't been in an airtight, sealed container. So I have a feeling that's just kind of really old and hard and bad. Like when I use this, it doesn't even feel like the same stuff. And when I first got this, I remember this being harder than the Petrobond. And this feels softer than the Petrobond. So I think my Petrobond is a little old. And so yeah, I just wanted to try it out, see what happened. And I got some really cool pieces going. I think that this poker chip is going to turn out way better than that one. I did the praying hands. This was actually on a cross, and I cut this off. I actually drilled it off. This was hanging on my grandmother's wall when she passed away, and I brought it home with me. And I always wanted to make a copy of it, so we're going to pour this in silver. That was my grandmother's, my late grandmother's. And the buffalo round. I'm going to do the buffalo round. You can see it's right there. I just put it in. I got some of that Gorilla Tape and just put tape on the back of it and popped it right back out. That worked pretty good. And then we got the CC, just like this one, but I'm going to try to make it a little bit nicer than this one. That's what we're doing right now. So I just figured I would pop one before I pour and see if anybody shows up and take you guys along with me, see what happens. I haven't used Duff clay in a very long time. But the other day I was using the Petrobond. I made this, which I think looks pretty freaking cool. I gotta straighten up the back a little bit, but. And then this one, this is one that Silver Oceans bought, but it was just a half a skull in my first auction. So I wanted to do like the whole skull. I still gotta clean it up a little bit, but that's a couple new pieces, and then hopefully I'll have the praying hands. We'll see what this is gonna be, a 2.5 ounce. I think that's what I'm gonna put in the furnace. I'm going to do that first, pour it, and then I'm going to put more in to do these. I think that's the best way to do it. But man, I tell you, it's a different feeling. I'm almost positive this Petrobond is bad. And I've been using that on these lives for like 3 months now. And it's just really old. I couldn't really tell until I got into the Delft clay. And the Delft clay is supposed to be harder than Petrobond. That's what I remember about it. It was so hard to push in. But I tell you what, this is twice as hard as that. So I think I might have to throw that out. I do have another bag, but I bought that at the same time. But at least it's in a Ziploc bag, so it's kind of airtight. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But anyway, I just figured I'd pop one today and see if anybody shows up. And I should probably get the computer up so I can see if you guys are even here yet. Oh, JK's here. How'd I know? I knew JK was going to be here. Serpent Silver, appreciate you guys. Yeah, this isn't a normal day for me, but I figure what the heck. It's a holiday weekend. It's Friday. I'm going to be pouring. And that's all I got to do. So, but yeah, I think this actually pushed down in the sand way more than I thought it would. It's funny because this is what I use to push it down with. I'm like sitting here on top like, ah. Thinking it was going to be way harder than it actually was because I'm used to this hard-ass Petrobond. So yeah, putting it in the oven and drying it out probably didn't help either. That's probably been making it worse. But it's just so old, man. So word to the wise, if you're using Petrobond, try to use it within a certain amount of time. I don't know what that time frame is, but that's at least 2.5 years old. And it's been sitting in this, which is not airtight. So live and learn, right? Working, but you're here. Hey, I appreciate it. Coming in and leaving a comment, hitting the like button, man, that does a lot for me, so I appreciate you guys. Like I said, this isn't a normal day for me, so I didn't expect anybody to show up, but if you do, that's pretty awesome. And I'm about to set the furnace up. Well, I got the furnace set up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put 2.5 ounces in for this. I'm going to pour 2.5 into that, open. And then I was going to put these in the oven, but I don't think I'm going to because you can see I did draw a little bit of lines there. Now, I didn't make it like I normally do, where it's like a big, thick line. but it's enough to breathe. And I think this might be good enough without heating it up. And if I do heat it up, maybe I'll just do it for like 5 minutes or something just to make sure it's good. But I think this is going to be good. I'm going to try it just to see what happens. I don't think I'm going to use the oven. So I'm going to put 2.5 in, do that, and then put the rest in and do these two. So hopefully this poker chip will turn out a little bit better than the last poker chip. I'm trying to have, I like to have 4 poker chips, at least 3, 1 through 3 and the prototype by the next auction, and that's Friday, so I only got a week. 7 stacks, what's happening? Dennis the Menace, what's up? Well, I hope so, Serpent Silver. So yeah, I don't know if anybody, there's a couple people in here now, I guess, 6 people. So this was on a cross that was hanging on my grandmother's wall. When she passed away, we had to go over there and get all of her stuff. And I took it with me. And it killed me to do this today because I didn't want to change it from what it was. But I really wanted to make this in silver. And not only let you guys get a chance at it, but also possibly let some family members have a chance at it. Making a copy of something that was my grandmother's. But I had to drill it out from the cross. And then I put some hot glue in there because there was a big hole right in the middle, which I don't know why that hole was even there. So I put some hot glue in there and then tried to sand it down. And then once I got here, I just tried to press it flat with my thumb, really. I mean, I'm sure you're going to see it a little bit, but if it's pushed down some, at least I can probably sand that flat. So I'm going to try to just press on it a little bit, get it as flat as I can get it. And then I'll just, grind the rest down. I think that'll work. But yeah, I've been wanting to do those for a long time, and today I finally said, you know what? As long as it's on the cross, you can't do it. So either going to take it off the cross and do it, or never do it. And I decided to do it. So I think it's going to be awesome. That's a perfect size pour too. I planned on just coming on and being like, hey, I'm not going to read the comments. I'm just going to work. And if you guys want to hang out, cool. But it's hard for me to do that. I got to interact with you guys. But yeah, man, I can't believe that Petrobond got so hard. I should have known. I even went to, in the morning, I went to Walmart. Because I was trying to find another one of these, but bigger. That's airtight. Because that's actually an ammo can. So it's got a black ring around it, and it makes it airtight. So this dove clay has been in that for a long time. But this has not. This has been just kind of in this regular tote, opening and closing for 2 years, so I think I learned a valuable lesson there. Because I don't even know if I'm going to try to use this anymore. I might just throw it away, to be honest. I have a whole another decent sized bag of it. I mean, it's not a lot, but it's enough until I get more. That's a pretty decent sized bag. I had 2 of those, the dove clay. I had 2 of these. I had to break another one out because I didn't have quite enough to fill up this half. So this is 2 full flasks, and that's a half flask. And I didn't have enough, so I had to go break one of these out. So I'm lucky that I had that laying around, or glad that I had that laying around. But yeah, anyway, anybody new? This is what I did on yesterday. Wait, was that Tuesday? No, that was Tuesday. I did a coin roll hunt yesterday. That's kind of why I felt also like I should go live and pour something today. I know not everybody's into the coins. But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. That was a cigarette lighter. That's what it was. And I just pressed it halfway down in the sand. And then this bad boy right here. You know what this is? This is for your tires. You screw that on to your valve when you're tired. And I saw a 4-pack. And I was like, man, that'd be a cool pour. So I bought 4 of them just to have one and glued it to a stick, and that worked out perfect. Like I said, I did one before where I just pushed it halfway down in the sand, but I wanted to do a whole one. And this is over an ounce. So that's some of the new stuff. Of course, I got some of the old stuff too, and still trying to decide what to do with these. Man, I don't know. I don't know if I should try to put them up like this or just melt them down. Let me know what you guys think. If anybody's into them, say yes, I like them. I will bid on them. 3.73 ounce and 3.4 ounce. The toning is cool, but it's like it's kind of dark, and with the shininess, you can't really see it all that great because the shininess kind of takes over. So I'm just not a big fan. I will probably keep this one though, because look at that. That thing is weird. That's so crazy how that turned out. Maple leaf. Michael's been wanting me to do this one, and I want to do it too, but I just haven't quite got there yet. I had all this other stuff in mind beforehand. So I did try also today. I cut. This is another thing I found at my grandmother's. She was really big into poker, and I found this. And right here at the top, actually right there, it had a little hook so you could hang it up in the window, I guess, because the sun would go through it. But I wanted to make a copy of it in silver. I thought that would look amazing. But it's way too big for my flask. It doesn't even fit in there. So I got to get that bigger flask done before I can make that. So that'll be coming soon at some point. But anyway, so this is what we're about to do. Another poker chip in Delft clay just to see if it's any better, which I think it will be. And then I'm going to do a 2.5 ounce round. This is a copper round, obviously, but I stuck it down in the sand about double. So I should be able to make it 2.5 ounces. And so that's right there. So I'm going to go throw 2.5 ounces in the furnace, get it going, take you guys out there, pour that. Then I'm going to put more in the furnace for this. And then go from there. I wonder what this weighs. Of course, it's not silver, so it's probably going to have to be double. 1.16. So it's probably a 2 ounce in silver. So I think I'll use the sprue for that. This is 3.74. That should definitely be enough. And then it's 1.2 for the other one. I think I'm going to melt down some of this old stuff I got laying around. I do got a little bit of shot left, but I want to make sure it gets down in there good. 2.38. I think that'll be good. 2.38. So we'll throw that in. For that and that. I might just do 3 separate. I might just let it heat up, do one, then do the other, then do the other. And then pull it out the sand while I'm waiting for the other silver to heat up. Yeah, let's do it that way. And I'm not going to use the oven just to see what happens with the Delft clay. Delft clay is great. A lot of people don't use it because it's so expensive. And I've even seen some people where they'll put a little bit over the piece and then get Petrobond and put Petrobond on top of that. So it's only, they're just trying to get the detail from it because you get better detail with this, is what I've been told. But anyway, let me, wait, where's the 2.5? $2.55. I'm going to show you guys. If anybody's here and you're interested, before I throw this in the furnace, let me know. This was a mess up. It looks kind of dumb. But I'm about to melt this along with this little round because it's kind of dumb too. The back didn't turn out great anyhow. This was like one of my first attempts. So I'm going to melt that down for that. And then these for this and that for that. I just want to Throw it out there. If there's anything anybody sees that they like, let me know. I doubt it though. Carol, what's going on? Hello, hello. Invisible River Ranch, what's up? Not a normal day for me, but I figured, you know what? It's Friday. I'm gonna be pouring. I didn't pour yesterday, so I'll get everything set up, go live, show you the pour, and then I'll probably get off. I'm not gonna be going live too long, but I figure we have a little bit of fun. So let me go throw this in. Nobody was interested, right? Let me make sure before I throw it in there. Sacrifice the beast. That's what I'm talking about. I can make it again. I actually have one better anyway. Hey, you're gonna have to like not be in front of the door. Come on. Watch out. Get out of here. I think I told you guys I was going to a dance recital last night. My daughter did amazing. That was cool. It's always fun to watch your kids dance. Don't ask what's going on. Working on a couple things here, and I figured I'd go live. Might as well. I didn't get to pour yesterday, so I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot, but you know, different people come in. I want to let them know what's going on. I think I'm going to do this one soon too. I might try to have this ready by the auction. I can't remember what it's called. It's like a lion with wings. But I'm going to do that one soon. And then you see I'm doing the big praying hands right there. I want to do this one too, like a little pocket piece, like a little 30 gram or 1 ounce button. Like this, which I plan on doing more of. I might have to, I'll be on number 2 on this one, but this will be a prototype. And then I'm going to try to get that the spearhead too, because oh, I still got to do another one of the hammers. Got to do one more of these too. And I had this one laying around, the hammered other piece to it, so that you can be like, sold. And this thing toned up pretty cool. There's some purples in here you can't really see through this camera. It's kind of barely noticeable, but I can always clean it back up. Run it through the tumbler, have them both nice and crisp. So that'll be happening soon, maybe over the weekend. So what do you guys want to do? You want me to fire the furnace up, or do you want to watch the fire? I was trying to charge my phone up a little bit. Oh, it's a griffin? Is that what it is? I had no idea. That makes it even cooler to me. That does make sense now. There's a griffin roller coaster that I've been on. I don't know where it's at. Busch Gardens, maybe? That does make way more sense now. That sounds right. Appreciate you. So at least I know what to call it now. The Griffin Bar. That's one thing that gets hard from time to time. It's like, what the hell do I call this thing? Especially when it's not a mold that I made. Every now and again I get one, I'm like, man, what the hell do I call this thing? Yeah, I do like that. So since I'm not going to heat these up, I guess we can go outside. And wouldn't mind burning one anyway. I think I have one left. The dog's already running over. He's like, yes, outside. It's humid as hell out here today. Is that better? I wasn't planning on going live today. I didn't set it up right. Probably good. I'm not going to bring the other stuff out until I'm ready to. Hey, come on, inside. Yeah, it's so damn humid. I think I'm gonna wait right till I'm about to pour it to bring it out here. Then again, maybe it would be good for it to hit a little bit. I don't know. Lisa Anderson, what's going on? Appreciate you stopping in. Happy Memorial Day to everybody. Early Memorial Day, I guess. Happy Memorial Day weekend, I should say. Gonna get some crabs on Sunday. Actually, I tried to call the dude, and he was like, we weren't running very good today, so you can't order any yet. His wife said that. So I don't know, it might be tough to find them. We'll see what happens. Joseph Lopez, what's going on? Appreciate you guys smashing the like button for me. I love it when it's even. One of my leg boots went inside out. I was like, what the hell? Something ain't right. I'm trying to burn them legs up. I can't imagine having molten metal run down my leg. That's a bad day. Oh, we got double legs. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so right now I'm gonna do a buffalo round, which is like an Indian head. You know, if you know what a buffalo round looks like. The buffalo is on the back. I'm doing the Indian side, and I pressed it down in the sand far enough where I can make a 2.5 ounce pour out of it, in an open pour. So I'm gonna see what that turns out like. It's tough. Sometimes you don't get details as good when you have open sand. So I gotta make sure I don't leave it in there too long. But we'll see what happens. And then I have praying hands, which I'm guessing will probably be about 2 ounces. And then after that, there is, what the hell was the other one? Oh, a poker chip. My channel round poker chip. Burn that biatch! What's up, SGT? It's Friday, Memorial Weekend. I'm pouring. I figure, you know what? I didn't pour yesterday. Might as well go live. Guys, make sure you check out SGT. He's got some fun games going on tonight and tomorrow, right? And my auction will be next Friday, which is what I'm working on now, trying to make some new stuff for that. Well, SGT, let everybody know what you're doing. I'm sure most of you probably know anyway, but you know. I thought you were doing something tomorrow. Yeah, that's right. Silver Oceans is tonight, but you're doing something tomorrow, right? Man, I wonder if he's putting those bars up. I really want one of those bars. Oh, damn, your turn's Monday? Whew. Won't breathe that in. That's cool. There it goes. It's got some cool color to it. I wonder if it will stay. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Look at that. 2.5 ounces of buffalo. Looking beautiful. That is pretty nice. Duff clay is where it's at. Yeah, SGT, man, that Petrobond I've been using is really old, and I can tell it's a huge difference. When I pulled this Duff clay out, Duff clay used to be harder. First time I used it, I was like, damn, this shit is like twice as hard as Petrobond. So I kind of didn't like it at first. But now I used it, and it's a lot softer, so I know that stuff is probably really old. It's been sitting around a while. It's not in an airtight container. So I think I learned a little bit of a lesson on that. Kind of get all the burnt stuff off. Next. Got a little bit of dirt in it. I got to clean that up, but 2.5 ounce. Actually, it might be a little bit over 2.5 ounce. One of my favorite designs. Pretty excited about that one. All right, I'm gonna put some more silver in there. We're gonna get going again. What do you want to do, the praying hands or the poker chip? Let me know in the comments. Praying hands or poker chip? I'm gonna do one at a time, just to make sure I got the right amount of silver. I got plenty of gas. Hands, all right. I'm gonna use that sprue. This is from that 1 ounce. It ended up being 5 ounces total. It's like 1 1/4, I think. And this is the leftover. So we're gonna throw that in here. Yeah, I should probably put a glove on. It's not that hot, but. It's never a good day to burn yourself. kind of cool in the house, so I did put it in the oven. I'm only going to do it for like 5 minutes, just to make sure everything's heated up enough, because it's pretty chilly in the house. Got the air conditioning on. It's going to heat it up just enough so it's not a total shock when I pour the silver in there. I think that helps a little bit sometimes. The Numismaniac, what's going on? Hello from DC. Well, the outskirts, I guess. Maybe I should say hello from Annapolis. Almost screwed that up. I totally forgot that I needed those big ass C-clamps. I haven't used that in a while. Phew, man, it's too hot for safety gear. God damn. Phew. Hope I didn't press this over too much. We definitely had enough if it worked out. You see, it's popping out. Oh yeah, look at that. That might be damn near perfecto. And look, it had just enough coming off of those little lines I put. Look at that. I love Delft clay. I think I'm gonna be using this from now on. I don't care if it's more expensive. And then I melted my gloves before trying to do this. I should do one at a time. Look at that. Perfect. Thank you, Gigi. I knew you were watching over. Hell yeah. Going around, what's going on? The praying hands was my grandmother's. It was hanging up when she passed away. I grabbed that from her apartment. It was one across. And earlier today, I drilled out the attachments because it wasn't a screw. It was weird. It's like it was kind of like faceted on there, so I just drilled it out so I could pour it in silver. That's going to be a nice prototype. There will definitely be more of those. I might do more of those than anything. Where y'all can see, but it's kind of a pain in the ass. Way more oily than my Petrobond. I'm pretty sure that shit is trash. Oh well. If you're gonna start pouring, don't wait to put your shit out for 2 years. Rich Green, what's going on? Appreciate you stopping in. Herman, what's happening? 17 likes, hell yeah. Appreciate you guys. Don't forget, smash that like. We got one more pour. This is gonna be the poker chip. This is the number one. I already did the prototype. I have a feeling this is gonna turn out a lot better than the prototype though. Shoot out of me. That thing popped over, and immediately I thought about that Drake song, the poopy pants, poopy pants. Oh, what the fuck. Big Silver Boy, what's up? This is the poker chip number 1. See what this looks like. Man, that leather I had on my freaking shins is soaking wet. You know, poopy pants. You guys heard that? Oh, I'm not a Drake fan or anything, but I just thought it was funny. Trying to mix my silver up, man. I had some stuff popped out here. Can always get it later. I mean, come on. Come on. Yeah, I don't think I might not even go back to Petrobon after this. I can already tell it looks better. I knew before I even dumped silver in it, it was going to be better because I can just tell the way it feels. I can kind of see the lines from the pour, or from the print. That's crazy. That wasn't even that kind of print. You shouldn't be able to see that. That is crazy detail. I think I'm happy with that being a number 1. Well, I think we have a success for today. Brandy Page, what's going on? What did you say? You ever just want to roast some marshmallows and make s'mores on that thing? Hey, I'll be honest with you. I'm not really a big chocolate fan, but I got a fire pit right out back. I'm in the woods, kind of. Got a fire pit out there. Anyway. All right, we get to hear my neighbor's dog bark like a little asshole, like he always does. Nice. Woo-wee. Man, this is way more detailed than the last one. There's a little bit going on in this one spot. But look, you can even see the line going across it. That's crazy. I didn't see that on the last pour. I don't like those little spots right there, but that might clean up a little bit. Well, I know it'll clean up, especially if I run it through the tumbler. To be honest, you might not even see that line as good, but man, this is way better than the last one. As long as I get better every time I do it, right? And we got the praying hands. Of course, I got to cut those off. But that thing turned out pretty damn perfect. See, I knew that that was going to bubble up a little bit, and I'd rather it bubble up than be an indent, which it was going to be an indent. So I made it bubble up a little bit, that way I can flatten it out. It's like a little bit, you probably can't even tell. It's not even noticeable. And then the first one I did was the buffalo. This is about a 2.5 ounce buffalo. Open sand pour. I thought about putting a torch on it to see if I can get some ripples, but next time. I think that turned out pretty good. It's got pretty good detail. So, if anybody's interested in any of those, next Friday, they'll be up in the auction. Of course, they'll be cleaned up and everything, but... Tooly, what's going on? Uh-oh, what'd you retract? Oh, man, it is so humid. Holy crap. So Tooly, 7 stacks. Serpent. And there's somebody else, but he'll never come around, so he probably won't be there anyway. But if you end up bidding on one of these, obviously, because you sent me your poker chip, you're going to get a couple dollars off. I don't know what that is yet. I heard they only cost a couple bucks. I was thinking like $3 or $5 I'll take off. And to be honest, it's not an easy pour. So where I have to start it at, I might do $5 off. We'll see. It's going to be either 3 or 5, depending on where I start it. So if I have your poker chip, if you send it to me, because I don't have poker chips, this is my poker chip, you'll get money off. Kind of like the gift certificates I've been giving out to quite a few people. I tell you, I think I have probably 15 of them out right now that haven't been used. So if you have a $10 gift certificate, you can use that at any point. But I did make them good for 2 years. I think the newer ones I only did a year, but you can always use those. See, whenever you open up a pour and you see like the whole thing is filled out like that, you know you did good. And I used to do like crazy vent lines. But it seems like you really don't have to do it with this. I haven't even experimented with this in the oven yet. I put it in there for like 5 minutes. Probably not even 5 minutes. So I can't really even say I did that, but it was a couple minutes. The Petrobond I was putting in for 20 minutes at 200 degrees. And it was working. But that Petrobond is also not good. So now I know after using this, it's a totally different feeling. And this is supposed to be harder than the Petrobond. And the Petrobond's harder than this, which is weird. Shouldn't be like that. At least in my experience. Oh, I'm coming for you. All right. You were the first one, too. I appreciate you guys. I really do. It means a lot that you're just here right now. I mean, shit. Especially a pop-up live like this. Anytime you guys show up for me, I'm getting like close to 20 likes. I appreciate it. It means a lot. Always does. Don't ever think otherwise. 7 stacks, yeah, you might have to wait for 7 because I don't know if I'm going to get 7 done. Not in a week. This takes some time. Before I even put it in the tumbler, if that's what I'm going to end up doing with all of them. You know, it's probably an hour and a half just messing around and pouring it. So it's, and cleaning it up. It's about a 2-hour process on a good day. So I might get there, but we'll see. I wanted to have at least, it'll be worth the wait. That's cool. It'll at least be, I'm trying to at least get 4 of them done. So I'm on number 1 now. I got the prototype already, and I'm gonna leave it like it is. I wish it was better, but that's what prototypes are for, you know, that's the first attempt. And then I learn from the prototype to the first, and you can clearly see that it's better. So I think it's good to leave it the way it is. And it's kind of cool because it does look a little weathered. I do agree with that. SGT, right here, baby. Right here with me. 20 likes, hell yeah. Appreciate you guys. I tell you, without my YouTube family, and of course, my family, I don't know, man, it'd be a different life. It'd be a different life if I didn't have you guys. And I didn't have the amazing family that I have. I might not have made it through the past few years. So, thank you. Anyway, I digress. Did I melt these? Yeah, didn't melt them. I thought I was going to melt them. I wasn't ready for that. When I open these up, it's like, it's borderline. It almost grabs it, but I haven't used that one with the 4 prongs in a while. Prongs, I guess that's what you call it. I don't know what the hell to call it. But you know what I'm saying. So yeah, before what I would do is I would take a handsaw and I would cut that off with a handsaw. And this too. And all the shavings, I would try to save them. And let me tell you, it's not worth the time. So now I take it to the bandsaw, cut it off. I don't care where the shit goes. It can go on the floor. It can go underneath the floor. I don't care. I'm not worried about it. I can't be worried about every little shaving. When you first start pouring, that kind of happens sometimes, but I'm not worried about it anymore. That looks way better. I don't like that line though. I wish that line wasn't there. It's pretty smooth though. It's way better than the last one. And as far as I know, I'm the only one that has a silver poker chip. If anybody else does, you better tell me. I need to know who's copying me. I've been wanting to do this for a couple years now. You can see where I scratched it. I was trying to get the dirt off of it. But this one I'll probably run through the tumbler. I'm not going to do it for like a crazy amount of time. Just enough to kind of make it shiny. I need to find out how I can make everything shiny except for the head, like they do with proofs. That would be cool as shit. That'll never happen though. Liberty isn't perfect though. The B looks a little eh. That's not perfect. But it's an open sand cast, so what are you gonna do? I need to stop being such a perfectionist. I'm always like, oh, it sucks, it sucks. When most of you probably think it's awesome. 20 likes, hell yeah. Appreciate you guys. No, SGT, no, I'm not. I will track you down. I'm just messing around. Somebody's got to start a trend, right? I look at it as being the start of a trend is just as good as only being that dude. You know what I mean? There was something else. What was I thinking about earlier? There was something I was thinking about. Obviously, I do kind of want to number them, but I was going to stamp it. Of course, it's not that thick, so that might bend it a little bit. But I'm going to try not to stamp it too hard. Man, what was that? I was thinking about something earlier, and now I forgot. Because I was thinking instead of the CC just saying capital on the top and currency on the bottom, something else being in the middle. Oh, like 50 bucks. So it's like a $50 poker chip. And then I'll sell it for 50 bucks. It's 1.25 ounces. I think 50 bucks is worth it. I can't keep doing this $35 stuff. I'm not even like I'm losing money kind of. So you guys that were here at the first 3 auctions, like you got some really good deals. But that's what it was about. It was about trying to get my stuff out there. It was about, it wasn't about the money. It was trying to get my art into the world. But this next auction, things might start a little bit higher. And if they don't sell, I'll just go to Instagram and TikTok and wherever else. I've been trying to keep it all here. Like I haven't went to any of those other platforms yet. I've been keeping everything here. Because this is where I started, This is where my heart is. But probably what I'll start doing is giving you guys the first opportunity, and whatever doesn't sell, I'll go to the other places, see if they sell. If it doesn't, I'll melt it down or hold on to it until a later date. Especially now with silver where it is, yeah. I mean, that first auction, what was it? I think spot price was like 26. I really thought, man, well, at least I was hoping, because I need to buy some shot. I was really hoping that spot price was going to fall back at least below 30. I wanted to be able to get shot for under 30. And I still can't do that, so even buying 50 or 100 ounces. So I'm hoping it comes down a little bit. It's a weird place to be when you pour. Because I want the price to be up so I can make more money off of the pours. People are more willing to buy something if the spot price is higher, right? This is just me being honest. But when it falls off the face of the earth, that's a great time to pick up some shot, but you're not making as much money because people just don't want to pay. It's kind of a hard line to ride. Kind of hard to figure out where that line is, to be honest. I do know on Instagram and TikTok, for that matter, people pay up. I've seen 1 ounce pours go for $60. I was trying to leave that up to the community, I want it to be worth that to you. I don't want to have to say this is what I want for it. Of course, everybody wants it to go up like that, but try to leave it up to the community and see what happens. The more I do it, the more pieces will be out there, the better I get, obviously. I know you got to start somewhere, so that's what it's all about. Starting and keeping it going. And we're going to be doing amazing things over here, so hang out with me. It might take a little bit of time, but there's people that didn't get those $35 pieces are going to wish they had. Yeah, Instagram is hard when you first start. But the people are there and they are willing to spend the money. But when you first start out, it's tough. There's a lot of what's the word? There's some people that have been not very trustworthy, and so some people have got screwed over. So when you're new, it's hard to get in. So you kind of got to know people, which I really don't. I mean, I do, but I'm not going to ask. I'd rather do it on my own, or as close to my own as I can. Makes it worth it in the end when that's your story. It's a lot more hard work, but whatever. You got to do it. It's hard to build trust when you don't sell on there. I tried to put a few things up for sale, and I never even got a comment. I barely got any likes. But see, I haven't been there for like 2 years, just like here too. I kind of took a break from all social media for a while. I was pouring, but I wasn't making videos. I wasn't trying to sell anything. That wasn't until I came back. So it's tough. It's not easy, but I know when I look back on this, it's going to be a good story to think about. Look how far you've come, type of thing. Look how hard it was in the beginning. That's why I'm glad I have a pretty decent stack to fall back on, so if people aren't interested in the pours, I can throw other stuff up. And let me tell you, I got to do some unboxings, because I was just going through all the stuff I have laying around that I still haven't opened up yet, that's still in packages. I've got some amazing stuff that I know a lot of people are going to be interested in that aren't pours. I didn't even realize how many Libertads and like the 1 ounces and shoot, I even have like 1800s Libertads. I was like, damn. I kind of went on a spree for a while there and totally forgot about it. I just came across 5 Morgans I don't even remember buying. Oh man, and I got to make a video. And I'm like the type of dude that is honest about everything. And it's gonna suck when I make that video, because I don't like being that dude. But I can't be anything else. You'll see, just watch the video. Keep an eye out for a video with a lot of awesome silver in it. I mean, it's not a big deal, but I did get screwed over a little bit. Kind of like a slap in the face almost. Never mind. You didn't hear that. I didn't say anything. They're not in business anymore anyway, but I don't take kindly to people kind of screwing me over. Because no matter what, you guys, you buy from me. If I screw it up, I'm going to make it right. And I'm not perfect. Nobody is. So it's going to happen. It has happened, and it's going to happen again. But I do my best to make it right. But when I tell you screwed up and you don't do anything to make it right, it's kind of like, not sure I'm a fan anymore. Anyway, it's a hard knock life for us. He said, what, he's partying already? Oh. Yeah, I'm liking this Petrobond. I think I'm going to be doing more of this for sure. But Probably gonna get off here. My daughter's home. We'll go back inside first. Alright. So we got those, which I don't know. I might end up melting. We got those, the toners. I don't know how that happened. Check that out though. Isn't that cool? For anybody that wasn't here earlier. It's like a freaking coin toning. But anyway. I got this. I might try to let this go. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll melt it down next time if it doesn't sell you. And then I got these, which are kind of shiny, but they're cool. It's got like a blue hue to them. I do like the pour lines, but they're heavy. They're not cheap. But I've had these shiny before, and nobody wanted to bid on them, so I tried to do something different. And I think this is kind of worse almost, in my opinion. But everybody's different. So then we have this. Let's weigh that. I'm kind of curious. It's going to be cleaned up a little bit. It is so blurry, guys. Dang. It looks great on my phone, but on the computer it's so blurry. I gotta get a new phone, I think. 2.55. So once I clean it up a little bit. That's 3.8. Obviously I can't weigh the other ones. This little skull is 1.24, but I do got to clean the bottom a little bit better. But this one is going to be the same as this. But here's the difference. I did run this one through the tumbler. Well, it's got so much detail, you can even see that line in it, which you can't see on this one. So I'm gonna have to cut that off. We'll see what it weighs. And then this one, we'll clean that up. Cut the sprue off. It's gonna be nice. It should be about 2 ounces. Maybe a little over 2 ounces. This is 2.5. Yeah, it's probably about 2. If I had to guess. So that's the newer stuff. I still got some older stuff too. And then I got a week to do some more. So plenty of time. I've got about 100 ounces I can melt down. Of course that's like coins and 10-ounce bars and things like that, 5-ounce bars. But it's all generic stuff anyway. And I'm not comfortable buying shot at these prices. So I'm hoping that silver comes down a little bit. If it doesn't in the next week or two, I'm just going to have to do it and just buy 50 ounces. So at least 50. But that'll be after the auction. So hopefully I can make a decent amount of money at the auction. I can put back into, buying more shot. We'll see what happens. But anyway, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me on a Friday. That's not usual for me, so thanks to everybody that came by. Appreciate you guys. I got 21 likes. That's awesome. And I'll see you soon. So keep an eye out for some videos. I'm going to be posting some videos. Obviously I'm going to let everybody know about next Friday too, but I've got some really cool unboxings to do, and I still got some giveaway mail call things to do, so I'll be getting to that soon. I keep saying that, but I'm going to get there, I promise. But anyway, like I always say, I appreciate you stopping by. Hopefully I'll see you on the next one.